One should be thankful that we have bankruptcy laws that allow people to start over. Without them, it is back to debtor's prison. Yes, indeed. If you file bankruptcy, it will take some time to reestablish credit, but it is not permanent. Let us look at two examples of buying a car and buying a house after a bankruptcy. Bankruptcy. First, let me point out the good and the bad. Firstly, the bad. Yes, bankruptcy has a huge impact on your credit score and your ability to purchase things on credit. I'm sure this does not come as a surprise to anyone. There is no doubt about it. Some studies have shown that filing bankruptcy could negatively impact your score anywhere from 130 to 200 points or more. A point swing like that can take you from having very good credit to very bad credit in one fell swoop. And most creditors will not lend to you or grant you new credit for a certain amount of time after you have filed bankruptcy. That is the bad, okay? Now, the good, or I should say the not so bad. Bankruptcy is not what it used to be. The laws are there for a reason. They are there to help you recover and to get back on your feet. The wealthy and business owners use the bankruptcy laws all the time to their advantage. Personal bankruptcy used to be a financial death sentence, where today, not so much anymore. It is much easier to recover from a bankruptcy today than it used to be. And in my opinion, bankruptcies carry nowhere near the stigma that it used to. Yes, you take a big hit on your credit score. But I am sorry, if you have hit the point where you are filing bankruptcy, meaning you are financially insolvent, you cannot pay your bills, being concerned about a good credit score at this stage of your life is the least of your problems. And if you are at this stage, your score is likely very low to start, and it can only fall so much lower after you file bankruptcy. One should be thankful that we have bankruptcy laws that allow people to start over. Without them, it is back to debtor's prison. Yes, indeed. If you file bankruptcy, it will take some time to reestablish credit, but it is not permanent. Let us look at two examples of buying a car and buying a house after a bankruptcy. I will use these two purchases as an example because they are two of the biggest purchases people will make using their credit. A car is almost essential to function in society. In some places, it is nearly a must. And of course, a home is something we save for and work much of our lives for. Owning a home can be the key to wealth building. That is an important purchase. So let us look at how bankruptcy affects these two major purchases. Example 1, getting a car loan. Now, firstly, when you file for bankruptcy, many bankruptcy trustees will exempt your car if you already have one from the bankruptcy because they have realized exactly what I just said. A car is almost essential to getting around and to earning an income in today's society. You need it to get back on your feet. But if you need to purchase a new car, this is what you can expect. With a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, lenders generally like to see your bankruptcy discharged before they will offer you a new car loan. With Chapter 13, lenders may require permission from the court to grant you a new car loan if you have not completed your repayment plan. Let's talk about example 2, getting a mortgage loan. Let us look at buying a house. With a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, typically, you must wait until the bankruptcy is discharged. For a conventional loan, the wait is generally 4 years before you can make a new loan. The wait is typically 3 years for government-backed USDA loans. For VA and FHA loans, the wait can be as short as 2 years. With a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, if the bankruptcy has been dismissed, the wait is 4 years from the dismissal date. Or if the bankruptcy has been discharged, the wait is 4 years from the filing date. For government-backed loans, the wait time could be a little shorter. So in summary, when it comes to bankruptcy, when it comes to two of the biggest purchases people use their credit for, a car loan and a home loan, as you can see, it is easier to start over than most people think. Depending on the bankruptcy type, the wait is not that long. With Chapter 13, if you could get the trustee to sign off on a new loan, it is conceivable that you can get a new mortgage loan while in bankruptcy. Now, no one said that you would not be paying high interest rates if you manage to get this new credit while the bankruptcy is on your credit report. You would definitely be paying subprime rates for the privilege of new credit. But bankruptcy is not a financial death sentence where you can never get credit again. Plus, if we set your credit score aside just for a moment, there are many other ways to make these purchases that are not dependent on a good credit score or a credit score at all. But maybe I will save that discussion for a separate post. Another common question people ask about bankruptcies is, how long does it stay on your credit report? The answer is, it depends on the type of bankruptcy you file. Here are the general guidelines. If we are talking Chapter 7 bankruptcy, it stays on your report for 10 years after the filing date. If you did a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, it stays on your report for 7 years after the Chapter 13 filing date. Let's now talk about other type of judgments that could be affecting your credit report. Foreclosures. Foreclosures can drop your credit score anywhere from 100 to 160 points. Mortgage lenders will typically file a foreclosure after you have missed 3 to 4 consecutive monthly payments. Foreclosures stay on your credit report for 7 years. Let's discuss other civil judgments. What about civil judgments? Civil judgments occur when a creditor sues you for an unpaid debt and you lose. The court will enter a civil judgment against you. Now, the creditor can then use the judgment to garnish your wages or banking accounts. These type of civil judgments used to appear on credit reports, but that is no longer true. Although judgments are public record and anyone can see public records about you, civil judgments no longer appear on your credit report, nor do they impact your credit score. Tax liens. Tax liens. When you fail to pay taxes to the government, federal, state, a lien can be filed against your property. In the past, tax liens were usually included on credit reports. In fact, unpaid tax liens could formally stay on your credit report forever. That is no longer the case thanks to the National Consumer Assistance Plan that went into effect in 2017. No longer is there an effect of tax liens on your credit report.